way you fall down and you have no strength to get back up. And just to illustrate my point, I'm just going to jump off this table, do a back twist, and land on the floor. Okay? Is that cool? You ready? Ready? 1, 2. I'm joking, man. Are you serious? If I did that, I'll break my arm or something. All right. It's all good. Just breathe. It's all right. All right. So along the way, you might fall down like this. Ready? All right. So what do you do when you fall down? You get back up. Everybody knows to get back up. It makes sense, because if you start walking, you're not going to go anywhere. But there are times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. Sometimes you just don't know what to say to your kids anymore. Sometimes you don't know what to tell yourself anymore. We all have a fear of being alone. And there are two things in life that as human beings that we always want to hear. The first thing is that you're loved. And the second thing is that everything's going to be okay. And I was told those two things by my parents all the time. And I'm thankful for that. But I had a hard time believing their words when they said everything's going to be okay, because they don't know what I'm going through. They don't know my pain. They don't know how it feels to be in my shoes, metaphorically speaking. But this is the thing, is that if they didn't tell me that everything's going to be okay, then who would? If they didn't tell me that I was special the way that I was, then who would? If they didn't tell me that there was hope, then who would? It is so important to be that support for your children, because sometimes all that they have is you. And whether they believe you or not, keep on telling them that they're beautiful. Keep on telling them that everything's going to be all right. They want to believe you. It's hard to believe you, but they will. They will at least have that support, knowing that that security is there. And I just want you to know that maybe today you're down. And it should be impossible for a man without arms and legs to get back up, honestly. I mean, tie the hands and feet of your kids up tonight, push them down and see if they're going to get up, right? Tell them you'll see them tomorrow, right? Thing is this, though, that if I try 100 times to get back up, and if I fail 100 times, if I decide to give up, I'm never going to get back up. And this is one of the things that I told your kids. I told them, when you fail, try again. When you fall down, get back up. Don't give up, get up. There is hope for you today just because you're here today. Because you have choices today that you can make. You can go to the shops today and either put a smile on your face at the cashier, or you can be grumpy and get frustrated because you're late. You can either get home and be stressed because of life and get all the things done that you need to get done, but you never hug your kids. You feel like your relationship with your kids get further and further away. All we can do is our best, guys. That's all we can do. Do your best. And I just want you to know that when you're down, you will find strength to get back up. I found my strength in Jesus Christ, and you're going to find your strength in whatever you find it in. But I want you to know that this is not the end. When you fall down, it's not the end. It's not where you are, it's how strong will you finish. And you'll find the strength to get back up like this. It's pretty cool. It's amazing to see how independent I am at home. I can brush my teeth, comb my hair, jump inside the pool. I can do all these sort of things. Quite independent at home. I love my life because I found the greatest purpose of all, and that's to love. It's to give hope. It's to encourage. And even if I've only encouraged one person today, my job's done. I love it. I have a new perspective in life. It's not about the money. It's not about the house. It's not about the car. even though these things, you find security and your life is made more easier and you want to protect your kids and you want to give them the best future. You want to give them every opportunity you can to achieve their goals and dreams. Sometimes it does get hard, but I just want you to know that I love you. I love you. There are many parents who don't feel appreciated. I don't know if your parents felt appreciated. There aren't too many kids who say, "Thank you, Mum," just because they want to say, "Thank you, Mum," or "Thank you, Dad." They normally say, "Thank you, Mum, love you very much. Now can I have this?" That's how kids are. But can I tell you that you are appreciated by me? Because when I'm gone, I'm not here to encourage your kids anymore. I want you to know this as well. You might be tired, you might be exhausted. You might not feel that you have that purpose in your life yet. But just because you can't see hope yet, it doesn't mean it's not coming. You see, no one goes to the train station, looks down the tracks and, "Oh, there's no train, I'm going to leave." They go to the timetable and schedule and waiting for the train. Why? Because the train's coming. Just because you can't see the train, it doesn't mean the train's not coming. You see, I asked the kids, "How many feet do I have?" They said 1. I said, "Well, look, I've got another one here." Just because you couldn't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you can't see hope in your life, it doesn't mean that it's not there or it's not coming. Just because you can't see the purpose in your circumstances of a broken marriage or whatever, financial trials, doesn't mean that there is not a purpose behind it. You know, I love that saying, "What won't kill you will just make you stronger." It's true. It's true. Why am I so strong? Why am I so mature? Because I've been through a lot. I'm just thankful. I'm just an empty vessel. And I'm here for a purpose. And I love my life, knowing that every day is a choice to take a step this way or take a step that way. And I just hope you've been encouraged. I don't know exactly what you were expecting or anything like that. But those are the key principles that I shared with your kids today.
Public speaking is quite a difficult thing for a lot of people to do. I was wondering if you ever get nervous, or were you nervous when you first started on the speaking circuit?
When I was 13 years old, I was at high school here in Brisbane area, and there was one speaker who came and he spoke to all of our school, 1,400 people in high school from grade 8 to 12. And he had 7 minutes to talk, and within 3 minutes, a lot of people were crying, and I was even touched just by his story, his inspirational story, and you were encouraged. It was just amazing. And I sort of took a step back and I thought, well, he has an awesome job. He gets paid to do that. Go around the world and give people hope. Maybe one day I'll have a good enough story to tell. And so being invited to this little group, I said, well, maybe let's try it out. So I did that, and then from those 12 people, word of mouth got out that, I'm speaking now at youth groups and speaking at smaller churches. I used to be nervous a lot. Just before I got up, I'm like, when I get up on stage, I'm like, whoa, But once I started, I was okay. And the more you speak, the better you get. I've had some training since that. So about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I had about 8 months training and presentation, pitch and pace and volume with your voice and just eye contact and everything else. But I believe I have a gift for it because it's my passion. I'd rather do nothing else. I wouldn't do anything else than just get up on stage and be the center of attention. But it's beautiful when you see that purpose. So I was nervous, and I just had a crowd of 100,000 people about 3 months ago in India, 100,000 people. And you had your blood pumping, you know what I mean? And it's just, wow. And I got up there and I just convinced myself it was just adrenaline. So you turn that into adrenaline and go. So it was good. Yeah.
And I look back on my life, and I've been a workaholic. I've worked in earth moving equipment, and I've gone away for a little short time and come back weeks later, months later. Worked up in the Northern Territory and left me wife that I've been married to for 34 years. Wow. And now the 4 children I've got, 3 of the boys won't have nothing to do with me. And me wife says, well, you never spent time with them. when they needed you. And I realise now, and I actually rung my son this morning and I said, Jono, I love you. And he said, look, Dad, I haven't got time to talk to you now. And I realised that if I'd spent more time with my kids,